number one, and this is for my ladies, men here are going to approach you. One thing about it, they're very respectful, but they're confident. And if they think you look good, they're gonna let you know. If you're genuinely not interested in a man, you have to tell him straight up. You cannot tell him, oh, I'm married, because he's gonna ask you, are you happily married? No.
If you're going to Jamaica anytime soon, I'm gonna need you to listen when I tell you this. Bring cash, okay? Do not bring 50s, 100s, or 20s unless you got it like that and you want to give it like that.
When you're in Jamaica, keep your head on a swivel. Or have people around you that are keeping their head on a swivel. This is not the place to go and be young and reckless. This is not the place. It's not. If you want to be young and reckless, be young and reckless in the resorts. You can be as young as reckless as you want to be. But you see, once you step out the resort and you're anywhere else, this is not the place.
Before you pack your bags for Jamaica, hold up. Because there are a few things Jamaica really want you to know. And trust me, some of this will have you cracking up. Like this one. In Jamaica, don't ask for an avocado. Ask for a pear. And if you want potatoes, don't say potato. Say Irish. Why, you may ask? Nobody knows. It's just the Jamaican way, and you've got to love it. From funny language surprises to money tips that could save your trip, you're about to learn how to move like a real Jamaican. Or at least not to look so lost at the market. But before we jump in, welcome back to the channel. My name is Amy and I'm so glad to have you today. And if you love discovering culture, humor, and real stories from around the world, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because this one is going to be pure vibes.
So for those of you who plan to visit Jamaica, let me give you a heads up so you don't get confused like I did when first came here. Number one, looking for avocados, don't ask for avocados, ask for pear. Why? No idea. Number two, looking for potatoes, don't ask for potatoes, ask for Irish. Why? Again, no one knows. Number three, they offer you a melon, they mean watermelon. It's great, but seeded. Number four, you like coconuts? Congratulations, brah, you made it to heaven. 5, care for strawberries? Perfect, just make sure you sell a kidney or two first. And lastly, if your driver tells you, your mommy soon come, make yourself a coffee, bro, because it's gonna be a long wait.
It's Nisha, the tour guide / weather woman in Jamaica. So take these points into consideration if you have a trip planned to Jamaica and you decide, hey, I need to be up and running when I get to Jamaica. First on the list, book the flight. Well, obviously, you have to book the flight to come here. Make sure you fill out your C5 form. You need that upon entry in Jamaica. So if you don't have the C5 form, then yeah. So make sure you fill out your C5 form. Take a screenshot of it. Make sure you have international service. Meaning, when you come here to Jamaica, it can't be that you don't have no service. You can't reach anyone to say, hey, I landed, or hey, I'm okay. So make sure you double check with your service provider to see if they could offer you an international plan that you could like pay for, where you know you have service. Bring cash. Bring cash. So I know some people, oh, I don't want to bring cash, or I don't want to travel with cash or whatever, which I definitely understand. But take into consideration that some of these places that you go to like do purchases, they might have a card machine. But you know the fun fact about the card machine? The card machine sometimes don't work. Which means you can't use the card to pay for anything if the card machine don't work, right? And then also, fun fact, sometimes the ATMs don't work. They do work sometimes, but sometimes they really don't work to the point where you can't get no cash, or it's a long line of people waiting to use the ATM. So for backup, take some cash with you.
Now I'm going to give out some tips to anybody visiting the country of Jamaica, whether you're staying in a hotel, resort, villa, or with your family. Now, when you go out, support local. Now, especially when you're at the resorts and hotels, they always have a taxi service right there. Don't be lazy. Walk to the gate. Go out on the main strip. A taxi will stop as soon as they see you and be willing to deal with you. Don't worry, negotiate. Give them what you would feel for the distance would be a fair price in our economy. So, like, for instance, if you come from Toronto and you know to go from the Air Canada Center to somewhere on King Street would cost you $10-20. Well, if you're at a hotel, like for instance, Ocho Rios Rio, and you go out on the street and you see a driver and you say, I want to go to Dunn's River Falls. It's nothing to give him a 20 for the ride. Multiple people in the car, put $10 on for each person. Like, it ain't bad because the money is little to us and it's going to make a big difference in their life. Now, secondary, if you want to get into a certain vibe, say like a Bob Marley vibe, and you want to go on the streets now, in lots of the places like Ocho Rios, they have dispensaries. Yeah, it's cool, but just like at home, they overcharge. Spend your money in the streets. I'm going to let you in on a secret. They have this thing in Jamaica called a $100 bag. If you're willing to give them 10 US, 10 Canadian, 10 British pounds, 10 Dutch marks, 10 whatever, they'll be very happy to do the trade. Now, they'll probably always try to say a higher price, but don't get me wrong. It's because they're not used to getting tourists because the hotels keep it to themselves.
Everyone's talking about it. Should you go to Jamaica? Is it safe? Is this the place that you need to go? Not planning for that light to come on. Anyway, as a Jamaican who lives in the US, you should not go to Jamaica if you are a dumbass. If you don't listen to the locals when they tell you don't go somewhere, if you are the type that gets belligerently drunk and does not take care of yourself and know where you are, your belongings, and your friends are, if you plan on doing something against the locals, attacking them in any way, if you don't have any common sense, and if you aren't looking to have the best time of your life. Now, the only reason I'm upset right now about going to Jamaica is because I already bought my ticket and I'm going in April for Carnival. I'll be with Exodus. But beyond that, Jamaica is an amazing, fun place. Do you have to be aware of your surroundings? Yes. Do you have to be aware of your surroundings regardless of where you are in the world? Yes. Jamaica is not like the US where there's random attacks against civilians and you can walk into a mall or a supermarket and it's the last day of your life. Jamaica's not like that. Now, if you're going to Jamaica assuming everyone there is Bob Marley-esque and everyone's just going to give you a high five, light a you know what, and just pat you on the back and say, welcome to Jamaica where things are irie. No, Jamaica's not like that. It's a real place. There are individuals, there are people there who are making a living and are doing their thing. So if you don't mess with them, they don't mess with you. But don't make yourself a target either. Which, if you're alive in this era where things are hard for most people, you wouldn't do anyway.
Now listen, Jamaica is an amazing place, but you've got to plan ahead. And don't just show up expecting everything to fall into place. Book your hotel, excursions, and transportation early. You don't want to land in paradise only to find out every good spot is already taken. And here's something important. Jamaica is mostly a cash-based country, at least from what I've researched, and cards won't always work, especially with small vendors or taxis. So exchange your money before arriving and make sure you have some Jamaican dollar in one hand. Oh, and when someone tells you soon come, don't get too excited. That could mean 5 minutes or it could mean later because time in Jamaica doesn't rush. It's vibes. And one more thing, treat locals with respect because Jamaicans love friendly visitors who appreciate the culture. Be polite, say good morning, smile, and show some love, You'll really be surprised how warmly people respond when you show respect. And this goes not just in Jamaica, everywhere else you go as a tourist especially, always be respectful. And lastly, if it's your first trip, don't self-guide. Having a local guide isn't just about safety, it's about connection. They'll take you to hidden waterfalls, local food joints, and give you stories you'll never find online. So I think we can all agree, Jamaica isn't just a destination, it's an experience. The people, the food, the music, everything has energy, culture, But here's the thing, if you're revisiting, do it the right way. Be cautious, not fearful. Respect people's spaces and don't flash too much cash or jewelry. And Jamaica's full of love and laughter, but like anywhere else in the world, being street smart keep your trip smooth. And remember, the heart of Jamaica is its people. So I think we can all agree, Jamaica isn't just a destination, it's an experience. The people, the food, the music, everything has energy, culture, There are some of the most creative, joyful, and passionate souls you'll ever meet. And whether you're chatting with a vendor selling parties, dancing to reggae on the beach, or learning patois from your tour guide, every encounter is the story waiting to be told. So if you're heading there soon, go with good vibes, respect, and an open heart. And don't just be a tourist, be a traveler. Learn the culture, taste the food, laugh at the language differences, and let Jamaica show you what Erie really means. So guys, that was it for today. Tell me in the comments which of these Jamaican tips surprised you the most. Or if you're Jamaican, what other advices would you give to someone visiting for the first time? And guys, before you go, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that celebrate culture, humor, and travel. So until next time, my name is Amy as usual. Thank you so much for sticking around, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.